Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will continue working with the vocals for our rock song. We're going to explore some backing track ideas and some harmonies for our song. Coming up next. If this is the first time you are with us, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this channel is about. We are a music production channel, and what I'm doing is basically documenting the production process of a rock song from start to finish. And we are at the recording stage right now. We are actually recording vocals. So you can click on the link that's above here so you can check out the previous video in which we started recording main vocals for our rock song. If you haven't done so, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications button so that you are aware every time there is new content on this channel. And now let's jump into Pro Tools and begin exploring some harmonies. We have here our session, and before we begin with the harmonies with the backing vocals, I wanted to show you guys a little bit of how the vocals are looking so far. So what I have here is the main vocal, then I have a double vocals for the chorus. One goes to the left, the other one to the right, chorus here, and the final chorus. Then I have this secondary, another double vocal, which is a 1 octave lower, and it goes along with the verses and first and second pre-chorus. And I have another double vocal for the pre-chorus. Let's take a listen a little bit so you guys can have a taste of how it is going.
Intenté encontrarte en fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
So that's the intro. Let's take a look at the verses.
Te busqué sin rumbo, sin dirección, sin saber dónde ir. Me entregué al placer, sin control y sin satisfacción.
Let's take a look at the chorus here.
La vida que siempre busqué, la vida que siempre anhelé tener, la vida que siempre busqué es Jesús.
And the bridge.
Me tomaste de la mano.
It's just a single voice here. Okay, so that's how our vocals are sounding so far. What I did to them was offline is I pretty much aligned the secondary vocals to the main one using VOCALS, and I also tuned all of them, which is a pretty manual and time-consuming process. I use Melodyne, but still I use the automatic feature, and then I correct it by ear to what I consider it to be, and it is time consuming, but also worth mentioning that I have the essential version, which you just have to work more because it is a simpler version of the plugin. Now, what are we going to do? So first, let me start by creating a new track here. I'm going to call these, I forgot to change the name, I'm going to call these Harmonies. I already have an idea of where I want the backing vocals or the harmonies to be at. So I want them to be at the intro and also maybe pre-chorus. I'm not sure. I will have to test that out. And definitely the chorus. And I would like some ahas or ahas around here in the bridge before the the slow part, and then harmonies as well for the outro of the song. But for now, what I'm going to do is show you guys my method here in the intro, and then I will continue pretty much doing the same thing, and I will show you the end result as we've done in other episodes. So how do I do this? The first thing I do is I try to sing along with the melody and try to figure out a harmony. I do that. Another method that I have is I sing exactly the same melody, and then I use Melodyne, and I start changing the notes of each syllable or word until I find a harmony that works for me, and then I record it following that the melody of that arranged backing track. I need to do it both ways, and so you guys can take a look at the method that I use. Okay, so we are going to work with this intro here. I'm just going to listen to it and sing along with it for a little bit. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. And now what I'll do is just record this. Okay, so. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Let's try that. Okay. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Now, see how this changes the character of the song a lot. So that's why I also like to explore how this would be using Melodyne. So let's use it and see how it goes. Okay, so we have our track here. It is the vocal track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using Melodyne and show you how I would use Melodyne. Let's record this section here. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. All right, let's tune it. Let's fix the key here. It is in A major. Adjust it to the scale and go all the way. It is a backing track, so I go all the way. Usually I leave this at 0 for the main vocals, the fluctuation. But since this is a harmony, I'll do it all the way. Let's take a listen to the main vocal and the harmony. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. So I would correct this first. Let's take a listen. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Yeah, so we have, these would be like thirds, all the way thirds. Let's take a listen to these harmony in the context of the mix, but let's bring the volume a little bit down here, similar to how I would leave it. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Yeah, so this is an idea. Let me keep it. I'm going to commit this so I can keep the idea. Let me create here a new playlist, and I will copy this up here to a new playlist. Delete this track here. Okay, so this is the original one. I would like also to try out, let's see how a fifth would sound, for example, just to see how that would sound. Let's see if I can do them. Something like this. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, droga. Intenté encontrarte, fama. Intenté encontrarte, fama. Encontrarte en fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Y rock and roll. Y rock and roll. Otra vez. Again, let's listen to this again. Intenté encontrarte. Intenté encontrarte en fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Okay, let's leave it just to see, how, as I was mentioning, we are working with ideas. So let me just change the name here. And actually, I will change the name of the other one as well. So yeah, this is basically how I start exploring. So let's take a listen at the song, the full song with this one, with the third.
Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
Let's listen with the fifth.
Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
Yeah, they have something nice that I like, particularly in this part. So let's do something else. Let's try using both just to see how that would sound. Right? Let's keep the fifth and the third. No. Wait, it is too loud. Okay, like something like this.
Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
Yeah, let me hear that again, but I like it. I mean, I think this is something that I could do for this part, for the intro. Okay.
Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll. Intenté encontrarte, fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
I like the way it sounds, especially here at the beginning. I would try something else, something different for the second part of the phrase, but that's the idea. I wanted to show you the method, so you see how I start with the vocals, then I start using Melodyne to keep working on ideas. So I will continue with this process, and in the end, I will select, those harmonies that I think are best suited for the song. So as always, you already know how I do it, so I will just continue repeating this process, and I will fast forward and show you the end result once I'm finished working with these harmonies. So fast forward. Okay, so here we are where we left off, and I wanted to show you that using Melodyne, I finished defining how these harmonies are going to be, and I left them the way that I think sound nice. I also added a female vocal here, which is in unison with the main vocal. Let me show you guys how that sounds like. The intro.
Intenté encontrarte en fama, sexo, drogas y rock and roll.
Okay, so these are just ideas. So what I'm going to do in the next episode, and I will be showing you guys, is the way I edit this so that they sound tighter, even though I did some edits, but I just wanted to show you how harmonies are. We have the main vocal, couple of harmonies. This is a lower vocal in unison with the intro, with the vocals of the intro, and this is also in unison with the vocals of the intro. Then we move on to the pre-chorus. Let's listen a little bit to this part here.
Pero tú me guiaste a la verdad absoluta.
Let's listen to it in the context of the mix. Now, the idea here is that I didn't want the harmonies sort of like to choke or drown the main vocals, and that's also the approach that I did for the chorus. I'm going to show you in a moment, but what I have here is pretty much a harmony that is below the main vocal and one that is above, but it's not very it's not doing that much. Let's listen to it. It's only reinforcing a little bit the main melody. That's what I wanted to do. Now let's take a listen to the chorus, and it sounds like this.
La vida que siempre busqué, la vida que siempre anhelé tener, la vida que siempre busqué es Jesús, solo Él es el Rey del amor.
So what I have here is I went through a lot of trouble. I tried different things, but the problem I encountered with the harmonies is that they were drowning the main vocal, particularly the harmonies above the main melody. And I don't know if you remember from the first episodes of this series that I was mentioning that something that could be a problem for this song is that the vocals for the chorus, the melody actually goes down. And but I decided to stick with it and take my chances. And it was a challenge for me to figure out how can I support the main vocal, make it sound like chorus, but not drown the main melody. And as I was trying different harmonies, it was changing the overall feel of the song a lot. So I even thought about changing the melody of the chorus as a pre-production decision. But so I kept playing with it with different alternatives as I was showing you recording. Let's try this harmony and polishing it using Melodyne and trying different alternatives. Let's record this other one and so on. And I ended up, or I think I found a solution, which is to use harmonies that are sort of like far from the melody, either pretty high or below it. And I think also the female vocals helped me a lot because they reinforce pretty nicely the main vocal. So I'm going to show you guys, I have a high harmony here. That's pretty much a high A. And then I have I think it's a fifth. Above constant. It's not doing anything. It's not going along with the main melody because it would change its character so much that I didn't want to do that. This is just to reinforce, sort of like a pad, something that is just reinforcing the chorus and make it a bigger. But it's not that much for harmony. And I have the female vocals. These are Unisong and Ace, I think. Okay, there's a lot of Melodyne there. Never mind that. I'm going to, I was just recording ideas to see what is the final recording that I will be after, and we will be doing in the next episode, in which I will also show you guys. I'm not going to show you how I record everything again, but I will also show you what my edits are going to be and how we are going to, pretty much leave the recording ready for the mixing stage of our process. So let's take a listen to the chorus in the context of the song.
La vida que siempre busqué, la vida que siempre anhelé tener, la vida que siempre busqué es Jesús, solo Él es el Rey del amor.
Yeah, so what I hear is the main vocal, the main line of the chorus, and I hear other voices reinforcing that chorus, and I hear sort of like a motive with this high A harmony that is giving some nice touch to the vocal, and I ended up liking it. I like particularly what the female vocals are doing to the chorus. They give it a nice flavor. And well, that's it. I mean, this is the method that I use. It's quite frustrating sometimes. This one was a tough one, but I think it is good enough. It's not perfect, but good enough. And these same ideas I'm just going to replicate when I record the final takes for the pre-chorus, and all of the choruses is going to be the same harmony. Maybe I will eventually make some variation, particularly at the end of the song. The bridge is not going to be harmonized. It's just going to be sort of like this quite intimate part. It's not going to be harmonized, and that's it. We pretty much have the ideas of all of the backing vocals that are going to make our rock song. Well, okay, we have our backing vocals ready. Pretty much, we have the ideas defined for what it is going to be the harmonies of our rock song. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this method. about the approach that I have. If you have any suggestions, as always, I'm interested in learning from your ideas. If you learned something from this video, if it was valuable to you in any way, please don't forget to hit the like button, and that way you will be supporting our channel. In our next episode, we are going to continue working with these vocals, particularly the harmonies and backing tracks. We are going to have them formally recorded, and we're also going to do some edits and finalize pretty much all the vocals, and we will be pretty much ready for the next stage in our process, which is going to be the mixing of our songs. So stay tuned to the channel, don't miss it out, and I will see you guys on the next episode.